penalty extra time, 28-1. A season full of adventure, and the final page. Harvey Skinner's kick-off into the arms of Hendy, and immediately in his pink boots, Henry Pollock. Never been hard to pick him out this season. It'll be even simpler today.
He was so excited to come out, Nick. He jumped so high, he nearly fell over coming onto the field. He will be instrumental either side of the ball today. His work rate is phenomenal.
Use it!
To McParland. First clearing kick. Chased again by Hendy. How good has he done that job this season, into the arms of Pollock. And the first penalty is a Saints penalty.
They're trying to play quickly through Harlem, but one of the things we've noticed as the season's gone on with the new laws around not running those escort runners to block is teams have developed the back player running backwards to take the ball so that they can't be beaten in the air. But Hendy, because the kick's a bit shorter, he can blindside Feyi-Waboso still, so with a shorter kick it's still an opportunity to get up before that winger that's retreating, that perhaps thinks his body's going to protect the ball. And Northampton with the first early win.
Curtis Langdon's throw to the tail, and Pearson and Finn Smith. First little shuffle forward into the 22. Rory Hutchinson, the inside centre. Tom Litchfield, the outside centre. Such a star last Friday night against Leicester in the playoffs. And then the kick through from McParland. Oh, and then confusion! Gift wrapped. A try in the final after 110 seconds for Tommy Freeman and for Northampton. Handed on a plate.
Well, one of those instances, like you might get in football, where if you put it in the mix, you can force an error. And it looks like one of them will deal with it. But because it's in that danger zone, they know that they've got the likes of Litchfield bearing down on them. And the bounce of the rugby ball might take it in any direction. No one takes ownership and makes the loud call. If Feyi-Waboso screams there, that try's not scored. Equally, if Ollie Woodburn screams, "I've got it," Feyi-Waboso steps out the way and the try's not scored. But early on, emotions running high. That little kicks forced the error.
It's a great kick as well to take the 7 points, but if you're on the wing, what you need is your forwards to feed round to the far side. They're a little bit short, there's only 3 guys, so Woodburn has to come forward probably further than he wants. That means that he has to then turn and get in that little bit of confusion in the backfield, but you take your chances and it falls to exactly the right man in Freeman. I just thought that when Chiefs came out, they looked, in Royal Ascot terms, Nick, a little bit sweaty, a little bit hot, really intense. You've got to keep your head in the fridge.
Inside, use it!
Now the opening try of the final.
Ball is out.
After 1 minute and 50 seconds. And Pearson denting that white Exeter defence. Look at Tom Hooper over the top of it. Furbank.
Oh, what a tackle from Ikitau this is. It's held him up, it's a turnover, is it?
He's done just enough, the Wallaby midfielder.
This is exactly what we were talking about in the build-up to the game with the demo about Tom Hooper. He actually misses a pretty standard tackle on Pearson, but he makes up for it. Watch his response, how he comes in, and watch what it does to McParland, that late counter-up. McParland's trying to get the ball, and he's got one of his own players' backsides right in his face. Probably doesn't give him quite the ball they want, and then Ikitau with that choke tackle to hold up, force the turnover. We've said this is where the game's going to be. If Exeter can stop Northampton's attack at source by slowing the breakdown up, they've got a chance in this game. If they don't do that, we know how lethal Northampton are.
Free kick taken quickly. Saints going too soon. And Ikitau looking for some width and finding Campbell Riddle.
Keep going. Thank you, Tom.
Question about Riddle's fitness after he banged his knee after half an hour at the rec last Saturday, but here he is with us. Skinner. Manny Feya-Waboso, 3 on this right-hand side, but it never got that far. Stolen away in the tackle, walloped away by Furbank.
Great kick, that, isn't it? That's a big turnaround in the levels of energy that you've got at the start of a game. Under pressure in your red zone. To scoop it back. Be interesting to see how it did come out.
Pollock just rips it, doesn't he? Big counter movement of which way the forward's running with the ball, and Pollock just uses that, rips it away, and what a kick-off.
I don't think he sleeps, Pollock. I think he just never stops.
Stephen out. 10.
Max Norrie's throw. He's going to have to work very hard to win back his own ball today against that Saints line-out. Hutchinson, Furbank. Nobody's scored more tries than Northampton in the Prem this season, 111 of them. The bulk of them in the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes. And they've scored early here, but coughing the ball back up to Exeter. Josh Yosefa Scott.
Back foot, Curtis, step. Use it.
Ikitau just feeling his shoulder as he gets up from that last breakdown. That's the big,
The ball was out. The ball was
huge totem of Exeter. If he plays well, the team tends to play well, so they need to get him back in the game.
No, both sides are
Skinner
off
looked
their
for
feet.
an easy exit. Found Prowse instead. Seo for the Chiefs.
First Exeter player went off his feet, then Seven's in a strong position.
So impressed with Tom Pearson over the tail end of this season, all season really.
It's an excellent kick right onto the 5, really inviting for Coles as he walks in, just to have a little look.
6. Greg, stay there.
Langdon's throw, good timing.
No contest.
Kemeny quickly to Pollock. Driven over the line. Matthew Carley looking to see, held up.
Ikitau again, isn't it?
Feya-Waboso, I think, who gets in there as well.
He does well, Pollock, actually, to stay on his feet and to ride the first hit, keep his momentum moving forward. Because of that, he finds himself a little bit upright. There's the ride of the tackle. Feya-Waboso's got him there. That's a brilliant tackle, isn't it? Oh,
Actually, that is...
it's very close. Does he lose the ball?
I think Roots does an amazing job of stopping that. As you said, right thing done by Feya-Waboso to flip him onto his back, but I think without Roots coming in at the end, he still manages to place that.
TMO today, by the way, is Ian Tempest. Adam Leal and Anthony Woodthorpe with the flags. Hendy with the ball.
A lot of breakdowns being disrupted by Exeter. That's the game. You're tempted when you play against Northampton because you're scared of the width they can play with, to keep as many bodies on your feet defensively as possible. Spread the field. Give yourself in the defensive line plenty of support around you, but Exeter aren't doing that. They're going hard at the breakdown, realising that Northampton like to play that offloading game, which means they might be fractional of a second slower in terms of their support play at the breakdown. And Exeter are causing problems, and that just might change it, make a rethink for Northampton to put a couple more bodies into the breakdown to make sure they secure the ball.
Some early injury concerns for the Exeter hooker, Max Norrie. For the first time in a Chiefs Prem final, because there's no Jack Yendall today. And here's the try after the earliest of starts, the best of starts. Again, the kick behind the defence that causes the confusion. Woodburn and Feya-Waboso at 6s and 7s, and Tommy Freeman joins Saracens' Noah Kalori as the top try scorer this season's Gallagher Prem.
Yeah, Feya-Waboso's got to own that. He's coming from the backfield. He's got to come onto the ball and take it. They both know it.
Star man for Saints and England this season. He's loved being part of all of this, a team that when it's clicked, Oz, it's been unstoppable.
It is, but you've got to put pressure on their key players, and I think the Chiefs have started to realise that. On this guy in particular, Finn Smith, and how you do it is high risk. So here's the three pod of forwards up front. What you've got to do is you've got to mark all three of them man on man, but you can leave the last guy at a high risk to get past the corner and then put lots of pressure on Smith so he can't run with the ball. But if you're a coach watching that and they do it 2 or 3 times in the start of the game, you send the message on saying, tip on to Langdon. In that case, Roots will have run past him. You make a break and you maybe score a try. It's high-risk defence.
Just awful news for Max Norrie. He's not come through the blow to the ankle by the looks of things. Already without Jack Yendall. So Joseph Dweba is on after just 8 and a bit minutes. The Springboks nearing the end of his debut season in the Prem.
Affect the Chiefs line out dramatically. That Dweba, for all his brilliance around the field, he's not the best line-out thrower, and Coles, a huge defensive player, Kemeny as well. They will have delighted to see that change made so early.
Enough now, enough!
Well, we flagged it up a few minutes ago, but Chiefs line-out ball this afternoon will not be guaranteed ball. Far from it.
Use it!
It will take a lot of work to get beyond those grasping East Midlands hands. Smith again off the boot, looking for Freeman. A lot of room to move into. He's given the ball away. Ikitau, oh, brilliantly. Riddle, race for the line. Gets there.
Len Ikitau. He has been a superstar at the back end of this season. One of the very best in the world, and this is just magical. Injury for Northampton to make matters worse, but the fake to go back the other way. First, Varney does a really good job to hang off Barrel Freeman towards the touchline, but that look to the left, first of all, sends the first defender the wrong way, and then the no-look pass to his left-hand side.
Yeah, the ball's definitely in play, isn't it? Just McFarland's down. He tries to get there. He injured his ankle last weekend, didn't he? It looks like he's done it again here.
He's missed the conversion.
Down at the back, mate.
However, 2 tries early on, 110 seconds for Saints, 10 minutes for Exeter. As
looks like there's blood there, doesn't it?
Cut.
A difficult place, obviously. If they're going to put stitches in that, right, if it's right on his knee, they'll have to assess whether that's going to allow him to run around still, or whether they're going to be stuck. Not a bad person to be stuck with, though.
Yeah, average replacement, isn't it, Mitchell? Not played a lot of rugby though, Nick, has he? Mitchell, he's hardly played at all in the last 8 weeks. So it's hot out there, it's a fast game. It's a long time to play, first day back.
Backwards off Saints, play on.
Pollock, particularly the way that Northampton want to play us.
Mitchell, Smith.
Good timing, no problem.
Freeman, that's gone forwards and Slade's onto it. One decent boot and he'll be over. Slade, the footballer, lost it. Well, he's claiming that he was pushed off the ball as he went to try to pick it up.
Not out, still in. Use it.
Certainly left it behind. He's in the ear of Adam Leal, the assistant closest to him.
9. Lunch Joga.
Ollie Woodburn. Langdon over the ball quickly. Varney. Fisselau. 3rd try last weekend against Bathurst. Chiefs fight back, hit hyperdrive. Hooper. Slade. Seo. Hooper. Played here for the Wallabies back in November. Woodburn. And Faye-Waboso making some space. Caught. Oh, what a tackle. Fight back from Freeman. Just as it looked as if Exeter had to score. Twice now, Chiefs rattling on the door for the try that would have given them a lead.
Off feet.
Wow.
That's my call.
Desperate defence from Saints. But Chiefs
15
will
on
have
your
looked
feet, please.
at Leicester Tigers' performance at Mattioli Woods Welford Road as a blueprint for how you upset this Northampton team. They've been hard at the breakdown, they've also forced errors. And Henry Slade so close to capitalising. I think that probably would have gone forward, so I'm not sure whether it would have counted. But the skills on the floor with the boot by Henry Slade, perfect, but he just can't get over the line with the ball under control.
You can see why he was suggesting that maybe he was hit just before the ball was very close.
That ball was out. Go. Play on. Nothing clear.
Joseph Dweba muscularly up to halfway. Early replacement for Nori. Skinner, Woodburn. That is a knock-on.
It looked like it was in the tackle for me. Same agree. At the moment you have an option, scrum or line. Scrum. TMO will look, but for us on field,
just a knock-on. Just a knock-on for me, Matt.
Just checked in the background that it wasn't a deliberate knock-on. Zamban in now, just having a little conversation with the referee, you'd imagine, about the line-out, but big scrum now. A lot of energy used in the last 5 minutes or so. Now it's up to those big boys at the front to fill those lungs with oxygen. That's why it's taking slightly longer to set up.
They often run on this side of the field. Faye-Waboso off the shoulder. The scrum, he's a difficult man to bring down quickly, often gets over the tackle line, and then they come back to the short side, try and milk the penalty.
Set. Take it out.
Ikitau. Alex Mitchell staying with us. Archie McParland's game is already over. The final for him already over. Within the first 10 minutes.
Just overran that slightly, Manny Faye-Waboso. He's got the pace to be able to scream onto that ball.
Austin.
I think we're seeing a lot of work already, Nick, and I wonder how that will pan out in the rest of the game as it gets hotter. But really good example of the break that nearly led to the try from Varney as Faye-Waboso starts inside the ball. They're getting the ball away a long distance from the base from Varney. He makes the extra man, and then Furbank on the outside steps in on him. I think against this sort of side, if you have wingers working in that backfield and making the extra man, the last thing you can do is step in. You've got to start to ride towards and drift towards the touchline. But the ball, watch how far Varney gets the ball away from the breakdown. On a few occasions this season, he's been hitting 13 channel, passing it straight to Slade beyond 10 and 12. He's been immense this year for them, and probably the biggest turnaround in their fortunes.
Chiefs player of the season, influencing a little bit like Nick White did when Chiefs were enjoying all those glory days.
Great passing game.
Mitchell on now for Northampton.
Enough, let him go.
Thumping tackle from Ethan Roots. Ikitau was there as well. Pollock.
It's in the ruck.
Smith, again the kick to cause confusion, again causing confusion. Hendy, Furbank couldn't gather it, that's gone forwards.
Just at the start of this, the scrum, watch how flat Northampton get. They encroach within the 5 metres because they're desperate to get over the gain line. It's something that they often do. They sometimes steal a few metres from a line out as well. But that means they're over the gain line, so they then have the numbers out wide because the forwards have to come all the way back round, and a little bit of confusion at the back again. Woodburn misses this one, and Hendy just can't get the ball safely into Furbank's hands. But that should have been a score.
Time's not off, we're going. Who's down? No, we're not stopping, he's just taping his ears up. Let's go. Polly! No, Curtis, we're scrummaging, else it's a penalty if you do that. Come on.
Two sets of forwards who would have found the pace of this first quarter tough to live with. They will be grateful for the water break that we're going to get in the next few minutes. Water breaks up to 20 and 60 minutes in this Gallagher PREM Final.
Crouch! Bind!
Trying to refill some lungs.
Set! Re-engage and stepping back.
Second time that
Re-engage and stepping back there.
Saint scrum has been picked out by Matthew Carley for being a little too over-eager.
Might be a little bit of a concern for Saints. It was an area that Exeter really struggled in the first half against Bath last week. They made a load of changes and actually settled their scrum, but they were under massive scrum pressure. But it looks at the moment as though the Chiefs are on top slightly in that regard.
Thank you.
Well, if you're just joining us, a lot's happened. Tommy Freeman's opening try after 110 seconds. Campbell Riddles after 10 minutes for the Chiefs. Both have lost key players. Archie McParland replaced by Alex Mitchell. Max Norrie replaced by Joseph Dwebber. Scrum halves and hookers. And it's been that kind of match so far, and it continues to be.
They're getting past the pod defensively, the Chiefs, and stopping that link play for Saints. Massive tackle from Ikitau there.
He's been fully involved right from the off.
Again, Northampton trying to steal those extra couple of metres to get over the gain line, but Fisselau reads it perfectly here, like an Exeter. They're all starting to creep, go early, but bang, what a shot that is. If they can dislodge the ball, force these errors, the last thing you can afford is for Northampton to get into their rhythm and their flow, because then the passes all stick. It's all about creating chaos, creating errors. Fisselau with a massive shot to do that.
Phil Dowson, DOR of the season. Only a handful of Prem bosses have been multiple winners. Seeking to join Dean Richards, Warren Gatland, Richard Cockrell, Mark McCall and Rob Baxter, who is on the list. What a film his story would make. Neck deep in the history of Exeter. Chief cook and bottle washer. Varney goes the other way.
50-22 is on.
Here's a kid. Typifies his season. He has been glorious.
Players' player of the season, like you said, Nick, and rightly so. Not just the link play, but he comes up with really big moments time and time again. Something that they'd missed, arguably, for the last couple of seasons.
One of the things he talks about after his time in Van is how, as the 9 in French rugby, you learn to lead the team, to be the boss in the way that the 10 might be a little bit more over here, and you're seeing that this season.
The Petit General, brilliantly done there, but that was a pre-call play. That he's told his forwards that's what he's doing. It's something they will have worked on this week, and what an opportunity it gives them here, almost like a penalty. Can't secure the ball again. That's becoming a big problem for the Chiefs.
It's another brilliant defensive work from Josh Kemeny. Dwebber's lost 15 lineouts this season. Think how much Chiefs might miss Jack Yendall, the foot injury, meaning that he can't play in a 7th Prem Final.
No. He fell over the tackler.
Ed Prowse, who was over the ball, he was told in the end to give it up. Now Chiefs tickling the ball behind the defence and causing some chaos of their own.
I think Mitchell knocked that on first when he came across the field.
Good little kick through from Skinner. One of the things Rob Baxter was worried about in the first half last week in the playoff was that they didn't play enough themselves. They were allowing Bath to dictate. They're certainly looking to play today.
Water break,
I think that's a bit of a balance, though, Ben, in terms of the energy levels, because if you're exerting way too much energy and you're 2 points behind now, it will tell. It will take its toll. A good example of this, actually, I think, is Feo Abosa, a fabulous rugby player, but occasionally gets caught a little bit lost defensively. And there was a break before, and here's a really good example of it. Just watch him. He's backing off. He's already now 2 metres in front of his defensive line. He's not connected. So as the play runs out, and Finn Smith is one of the best guys at this, he just becomes lost. It doesn't become any part of the defensive line. You can't let Saints run at you if you get disconnected, because they will tear you apart, and on a few occasions so far they've taken advantage.
Did you hear the boos for the water break? Felt like we were in Boston or San Francisco at the Football World Cup. Not popular. I'm not sure that they've got time to get to the bar and back, however.
I don't think it was actually designed for them to go to the bar. That might be the players.
Oh, really?
But they will need that because, as Austin was saying, Faye Oboso's been working so hard to go from one wing to the other to be that end player that he's going to run out of energy because he's not played much rugby this year.
Rob Baxter's ready to talk to us. Top line so far, Rob. What are you seeing?
Well, I think we're doing pretty well. I mean, it's our line-out really has been our Achilles heel a little bit. I mean, the try's a little bit unfortunate. It's that kind of noisy stadium. Calling for the ball's not quite happened. We've been a bit unfortunate because we're in the right place to cover it. But our line-out is just taking pressure away from Northampton, where we could just be building and building and building. So if that can settle down, and we can keep working as hard as we are, well, who knows, you know, first quarter's gone, there's nothing in the game. That's obviously going to be our main work on at the moment.
You'll have known the threat that Northampton offer in the air at line-outs, Rob. What are you not getting right at the moment?
It's not been one thing, it's been a variety of things, around, you know, calling, quality of lift jump, but also a little bit throw. Because it's not one thing, it's not simple to sort out. It's going to have to be a settling down and just finding our way through it almost line up by line out.
Let's go, Chiefs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next set piece is a scrum. Exeter scrum.
5. Set.
Seth Scott, big man on this side. A lot of weight behind him, very high. And the Saints attack. Get underneath him, lift him up, and win that penalty. That was a big moment in the game, having the scrum not gone particularly well for Saints up till now.
And then you've all stood up. No, not for me. Run them up.
Oof. Touch not found.
Wait.
Tall Riddle getting up instead. On the bounce to Freeman. He's gone about his work with such a joy this season, Tommy Freeman. Likewise, Elliot Miller-Mills.
Use it.
Scotland international been
Ball's out.
busy helping offset the loss of Trevor Davison in the set piece and in the loose. Varney.
Come on.
No skidder to the other scrum half. Alex Mitchell, who joined us early on after the injury to Archie McParland. Premature end to his 50th game as a Saint. Coles. Pollock. Got through a ton of work already. Pollock. 8th carry for him. 27 last Friday against Leicester.
They're forcing Saints back inside a bit, which is what they want. Saints want to be playing around that corner, not stepping back into the big boys that can cause a bit of chaos and slow them down at the breakdown.
Miller-Mills took it in. Smith, oh, he's got absolutely clobbered by Roots. That's a rib inspection.
Oh, that was huge. He stayed down.
Smith's in a lot of pain. We'll come back to that because here's Manny Faye-Waboso being hunted by Pollock and co, given away to Hendy. And Roots again with the tackle, this time down by the ankle. So one by the ribs, one by the ankles. Ethan Roots flicking on beast mode.
And 10 yards as well. The tackle from Pollock is amazing. A back rower against arguably the best finisher in the competition, but this hit, Benny.
I should only have to ask you once.
Just incredible. He just delays to have a look, doesn't he? See what's on. And as the tackler, when you see that, you know you're going to get there. And he manages to swing man and ball, dislodge the ball. That's a really good tackle from him as well. In the cover, having Pollock done such a good job, as you talked about, Austin, with Faye-Waboso.
You'll want the same. You've been out there half the time of us.
It's good to see Finn Smith ready to go again. Len Ikitau are concerned right now. Wallaby nearing the end of a long year that's taken an Alliance Test series.
Matt,
yes,
there's a tackle on the ball on Northampton Saints 2 on the 10-metre line down the other end. So it's a penalty only, but it is a clear tackle off the ball.
Okay, have you anything on the extra 12?
I haven't seen anything on extra 12.
Okay.
I'm going to get it put to the screen, onto air now.
I saw it live. I felt like it was just a coming together and the two went down easily.
Okay, I'll put it onto air.
Just put it on the screen. No, there's nothing in that.
Conversation between Matthew Carley and Ian Tempest, the TMO, and we are going to have a look at this.
Interesting. Matthew Carley thought he'd seen it live.
I think it's a difficult one to give a penalty for that, do you?
He doesn't wrap, does he? And
doesn't commit to it. He's passed the ball, though.
It's roots on Langdon.
Would he? He'd run into the same space. He doesn't grasp him, so they kind of run into each other and he falls on the ground. So for me, I didn't have any effect on play, so I'm going to stick with this. Adam, I'm going to stick with this. Okay, Tempo. We're going to stick with the penalty here. For me, that's two players running into the same space. 7 doesn't grasp him and bring him to the ground, and 2 falls to the ground. So it's just a collision off the ball.
Well, at least ending a season decimated by injury, shoulder then thumb.
10 metres forward.
Ending a season in his boots, Curtis Langdon. Back in time for the final game of the regular season. Thoroughly involved in the middle of this one right now. But he's got some defending to do. Let's see whether Chiefs have sorted out their line-out problems.
Potentially that decision is different if Matthew Carley hasn't seen it live himself, because he probably goes with the TMO a little bit more, but because he was happy as he went into watching that for the first time. The Chiefs get it, and can they get it over the line? Good, better throw, better line-out drill. Now they're set. Here come the cavalry, Slade and Ikatau. They just need to protect, and now the edge comes on. Saints starting to splinter slightly and fight as individuals. This is really well set. Need to keep that ball away from Coles. Here comes a secondary hit. This just might give them a momentum to get over.
Short.
It broke away.
And just sweeping the back, but he doesn't change his mind on the side there. I lost him behind the body.
It's the voice of Adam Leal in the ear of Matthew Carley.
Goal line drop out.
Saints survive. But a better line-out drill, shorter line-out drill.
I think they were right. I think there was a change of the bind that stopped it. If they look at that again, they may have a completely different view. That could well be called a penalty try. Couldn't quite see who it was. I think it might have been Pearson that did it.
Just depends on his starting point, doesn't it? If he's involved and come through the middle, or at least with a player on his outside, he's entitled to change his bind.
Riddle was aware that Tommy Freeman was screaming up over his bonnet.
I don't know if it was Pearson, it might have been Prowse, I couldn't quite see. But here's the drive.
Where's the starting point? To me,
he comes to the middle here now. Watch.
Okay.
Here, it's Prowse. No, sorry, Coles, isn't it? It's Coles. He's released now, he's bind, and then he gets back on from that side and stops.
I think that's all right. I think because he released and stopped competing, his initial starting point was through the middle. He then got caught going around the side. The referee told him to leave it. I think that's all right.
David Flatman on scrum patrol. What are you seeing, Flats?
Well, the first 20 minutes, Nick, was really, there was no narrative, just even Stevens. But after the drinks break, bit of energy, Northampton really went for Chiefs and hammered them in that last scrum. I'm just in terms of ego, in terms of aggression, are Northampton going to get exactly what they want? Just slowly, we might be seeing Northampton, the free-flowing running team, taking away the Exeter Chiefs set piece.
The Saints have run it up to halfway. Langdon trips over halfway. Here's Coles. Oh, using all of his strength, looking for some help. He has it in Finn Smith. Hutchinson, Mitchell. Draws in a few more defenders. The option to go to the right-hand side, taken by Furbank. Kemeny. Oof. Very nearly intercepted by Faye Waboso.
I think he did intercept it and then drop it, which Finn Smith picked up.
He tried to regather it, it hit the Northampton player before he regathered it.
But hit the Saints
almost length of the field from Saints. Again, they start with that quick break off the back of the scrum where they start creeping on those 5-metre gap that they're to get them over the gain line, and again they have those numbers. Brilliant from Coles.
Saints, let's go.
He's looked fantastic in open field, and as they break down this left-hand side for Saints, some important defensive interventions. Faye Waboso nearly holds on to it. Smith takes it back.
So you must be 5 metres until the ball is out the scrum.
That's adjudged to be a knock-on by Faye Waboso.
Really good. Patient. Stay high.
Well, what options here are swirling through Northampton's attacking minds? Finn Smith on this shorter blind side to the left. Hendy the option beyond him, far left, and on the right, Litchfield at the inside centre, Hutchinson beyond him, close to Furbank, and then on the far side, the threat of Freeman.
Just trying to draw the gaps between the Exeter defenders as wide as possible. Finn Smith starting on the far side of the scrum as we look at it from here, able to sweep round. In behind Litchfield as the big carrier down the midfield.
Alex Mitchell is back in his boots and fit for the final. Pollock. Mitchell scrabbling for the ball through the thorns. Coles. Tommy Freeman still stretching Chiefs fabric away on the right-hand side. Hendy on this near left-hand side. Right now the tenderising continues through the middle with Langdon. Mitchell, quick ball, have to score, do score. And it's the fly half Finn Smith with Saints second in the final.
Well, Saints are looking so much better when they win the collision. And this time Langdon just completely affects the defenders with that little bit of footwork, stays up, rides the challenge, and that means it's a one-on-one. You don't want your 9, albeit against the fly half, having to make that tackle on the goal line. But just because of the extra metres that Curtis Langdon got, that's the reality. And as soon as Finn Smith had it secured and could get his eyes down and see the footwork he needed to throw Varney off his tackle, it was almost inevitable.
Really starting to see fatigue, Nick, setting into the Exeter pack, and that was a good example of it. You look at the far side here, 4-5 guys, but look at the speed they get to, not just the ruck, but the far side, nobody apart from Hooper gets there. And that just means you're just numbered up, 3-on-3, small guys against guys advancing, so you can't stop it. The big question coming into this game was last week the Chiefs final, the amount of effort it took to defend that line for 40 phases, and the shorter day turnaround, is it showing its head now?
One day less to recover. That's beyond the outstretched arms of Coles and co, but
Exeter, then Saints.
The knock-on means that it'll be a Northampton scrum. Playing with a metal plate in his jaw today.
Yeah, who hasn't? Come on.
3 weeks ago, the injury against Leicester, it really looked like his season was over, Ross, didn't it? But
yeah.
Especially when we saw him in the away section at the Rec last weekend, drinking a gin and tonic he didn't necessarily want, but he took it anyway.
Well, if you used to break your jaw in February, the rest of your season was over. Not 2 weeks before. These guys are made out of steel now. Literally. Nah.
Now the England medic said he was fine, Saints medic said he was fine. Most importantly, only Faye Waboso felt confident enough to play today, and here he is.
You're no longer allowed to make your own mind up, are you?
No.
The amount of care, the level of care these players get now has never been as good. fabulous.
Far side, down onto his knee.
Penalty's gone against Josh Yosefa-Scott.
Well, the Yogan, I think, has worked out. It's all about owning the height of this scrum with Yosefa-Scott. He wants to scrummage up tall where he's stronger. Yogan, often quite a high scrummager himself, but he's got his feet back. Look, just the drop of the left shoulder slightly, and Yosefa-Scott goes to that right knee.
There's a couple of scrum penalties that have gone against Exeter. Pollock continues to crash away.
It's sweaty, the ball, Nick. Your hands are sweaty. You just look at everyone. Everyone is absolutely dripping, aren't they? Put this glue on before the game on your hands, but often after 20 minutes it's gone, it's worn off a little bit. You reapply it at half-time and maybe it lasts for 10 minutes, but the more you sweat, the quicker it comes off.
What a season Tom Litchfield's had, by the way. Oz Club Player of the Season, picked ahead of Fraser Dingwall again today. Dingwall captain at the start of the season. In this fixture, you'll remember back in September, Dingwall on the bench. Tom Litchfield very much Phil Dowson's form horse, as he calls him.
Crouch! Bind!
Interesting alignment, Nick, when you see, just look in the backfield there, Skinner sits directly behind the scrum, gets in motion, and get a bit of speed onto the ball. There he comes.
Varney to Skinner. Really not too far away. Tommy Freeman goes in with the shoulder to try to disrupt things. Roots for Chiefs. We're biting back towards the 22. Slade, Dweba. Work over the ball from Litchfield, but draws the knock-on advantage. No way through for Ikitau, who falls awkwardly. Greg Fissel out.
Not now, not now, let go. No, no, no.
Skinner.
Knock-on advantage over.
Woodburn. Into a fifth Prem final with the club. Scored the try as a winger in their first win against Wasps 9 years ago. Ikitau in his first Prem final to Feyu Ebosa. Fissel on the way backwards, but the ball safely deposited into the arms of Yosefa-Scott.
They're a possession side, Exeter. They don't mind going through phases, but they're going nowhere at the moment. You just wonder whether they need to preserve a bit of that energy. Change the picture for the Northampton defenders with a kick over the top or through the middle on the floor.
Those phases of the match, and still Chiefs go through the hands. There goes Ikitau. Oh, and Ikitau finds Woodburn.
Advantage, penalty advantage.
Zambanin taken off the ball.
Held onto by Hendy. The penalty against Pollock. Skinner. Meantime, Seo. Lots of white shirts away to the left. One of them owned by Fisselau.
Still advantage, Exeter.
Seo. Just to get the ball away to Tom Hooper.
Onside.
Still with the advantage. Couple of minutes to half-time.
Knock on here, knock on.
Come back.
So the marks on the centre pitch, number 2.
Pollock tackling early on Zambanin, who was in support of the break. Ikitau again.
Yeah, all right.
Instrumental in all of that.
2 offside.
You often say it, don't you, when you get to finals, don't leave anything out there. You've got to give everything on the pitch. And you've got to ask that question, how much have you got to give?
4-1 in the middle of the pitch.
Chiefs going through 15 phases in incredible heat after the week that they've had is just amazing. The commitment to one another. And can you keep it going? How long can you keep it going?
Just being asked whether they wanted a penalty in the centre of the field or a penalty a little bit further back on the 22, but closer to the touchline. And after the last line-out drive that got over the line but was just held up, Henry Slade wants his forwards to have another dig at it.
6-man.
They're a pick-and-go side. If they don't get over with the drive, they're very comfortable going through phase after phase, as they faced last week with Bath hammering away at the line at the end.
Massive moment this, isn't it?
Into the 40th minute. overthrown, but Josefa Scott! The great, big, very mobile wardrobe with a try in the final. Josh Josefa Scott for the Chiefs.
Well, sometimes you need a bit of luck. This throw doesn't go to the jumper, but in chasing to stop the drive, Saints all pile forward. Josefa Scott stays at the back. Pearson can't get to him as soon as he pirouettes out of it. He's one-on-one with a couple of backs. Stepping in, got the ball secure. Hendy can't stop him. Pollock comes late, but he's never going to be able to stop the momentum.
All clear,
And Josefa Scott with a huge moment just before the half-time break.
Massive try, isn't it? What a moment for him. He'll go home to his family, they'll all congratulate him and now call him the hairy wardrobe, Nick.
It's only a 5-point score, but that'll do. Slade frustrated with the kick, but it is the Chiefs who wander off with a little bit more of a spring in their step. 7 for the Chiefs. Only Leicester and Sarries have played more, the champions in 2017 and 2020. 40 minutes to find out who'll be the champions in 2026. Or extra time should it be needed.
Use it.
Josefa Scott. Chiefs try scorer just before half-time to put a little bit more life into what they were about. Heading into the break.
Good contact.
Really did well to palm that back. CO couldn't get down. Mitchell wondered if he was offside, which is why he didn't pick it up.
And then it went forward, but it will be
interested, Nick, to see how Chiefs play in this half. I think Rob Baxter in the last 3 games tactically has got it absolutely spot on at half-time, changed things against Leicester Tigers. He told them to go out and play multi-phase rugby, play with the ball more. Against Sarries he did the same. Games before he told them to kick more. Very good analyst of the game. So, and the players trust him and listen to him, so let's see what they do now. Do they conserve energy for 10 minutes and kick the ball, go for field position?
And what they are is very fit. It is a very fit side. Mark Twiggs, the head of S&C. They do a lot of swimming at the leisure centre next door. Helps aerobically without putting too much pressure on the muscles, but they'll be going into the 80th minute. Make no mistake about that, so too the Saints.
Bring your elbow up, please. You're pulling him to the ground. Feet up underneath you, please, 3.
Nice from Varney there, just to not put the ball in and risk it. Settled enough for him to feel comfortable. Force the referee into making a decision. Now, this is a great angle of Zambanian and what he's got as he walks into this. What he's got available, wants to try and get forward onto the ball because Dweber's not the best at putting any shape on it to throw over the top of a defender. And on there, that's been marked by Kemeny.
He's an absolute pest, isn't he, Benny?
Yeah. Really athletic, gets up very, very quickly.
Ball was out.
Mitchell's kick to Riddle. Only Woodburn as the option.
No.
Woodburn, the winger, turned fullback over the latter stages of the season.
Play it, Stephen.
Josh Hodge leaving prematurely to resume life up in the northeast with Newcastle.
It's definitely the field position first, I think, this half so far, Nick. No interest in going through any phases at all.
Freeman positioning himself. Riddle waited for him to come down.
Tackle.
Kemeny. Another brilliant, industrious season for Josh Kemeny. Losing himself in the role of enforcer. Stephen Varney, his kick overdone.
Playing on. Not a head injury.
He's pulled up Kemeny a little bit in that last phase. Just Menick's gone over to have a check with him, but I agree with you, Nick. There's a lot of people at Northampton Saints that get a lot of plaudits, rightly so, because of their attacking style, but you want to know who's been their most consistent player and consistently good over the last couple of seasons, I think it's Kemeny.
Hutchinson, and very nearly the breakthrough, and Hutchinson again. Mitchell. Thumped up by Coles. Pearson, and then whipped away by Freeman, palmed away. Langdon hauled to the floor by Feu Aboso. Freeman rolls around to the left to become an option. Furbank! Oh, what a tackle that was. Feu Aboso, but Saints feel like they've got more shirts on the left-hand side. However, they go right with Pearson, who drives through the middle, just short, millimetres away. Langdon's there, Mitchell will recycle it. Freeman looking for a second try that would make him the season's top try scorer. Pearson again, central to this latest thrust. Rory Hutchinson free on his own on this right-hand side. If Hendy can find him, if anyone can find him. Hutchinson's got a free bus pass to the try line, but not anymore. Pollock on the shoulder escapes the clutches of Hooper, who goes back in to try to gum things up. As fluent as Northampton have been phase-wise. Eogan. Beyond Coles, Smith, just a little short tap up. Oh, and that's been lost in contact. And Skinner.
Who's got the energy to get there?
Right, it's Hendy first. Furbank up in support. Hendy might fancy this, you know. Invites Pollock to take over for a second or two.
See, a lot of the Chiefs' tackles are quite upright because they're trying to stop the offload in the tackle.
Too high for Smith, but not Hutchinson, who again seeks space off the right. Boots.
Great kick.
That's a brilliant defensive set. Saints throwing everything at them, and a little bit like at the end of the Premiership playoff game last weekend, they hold out. Watch that. But the fact that Feu Aboso follows in and stops the ball from Curtis Langdon high on him so he can't get the ball away, gets back to his feet. He's under big trouble. Another huge shot on Furbank this time. The work rate is off the charts from the Chiefs players, but it's going to take a physical toll on them. And the more fluidity that Saints can play with, the more that's going to happen.
Rob Baxter always so generous, deflecting praise to those who really deserve it. And Hayden Thomas's work this season as defence coach started in pre-season. He laid down the principles, he got them working hard, and they've been a different beast this season.
But it's so important to how they play it. They've forced so many errors in the game so far already. They've stopped people at the tackle point rather than conceding 1 or 2 metres, which means that those nuisances at the breakdown can get in there and have an effect. If they lose those collisions, they're backtracking.
I don't think the Chiefs have won a line-out yet, Nick, until...
Final game for Scott Seo. He's off to Cardiff next season. Josh Yosefa Scott making his way back to the bench as well. Ethan Berger and Bachuki Chumbadze have come on.
Just wondering what Chiefs do, because I don't think they've won a line-out since Trevor's come on. Not cleanly, anyway. That's probably the right thing. Throw it to 2.
Right, let go now. Use it.
Berger and Chumbadze had a massive effect when they came on last week, both at the scrum, but more so around the field in their carrying.
Furbank, Hendy. Snaps away from Feu Aboso. Mitchell. Much earlier than he'd have expected. Given the all clear by club and England to play his part in this after the hamstring injury. Not sure he expected to play quite as long as this. The early injury to Archie McParland. Calf injury, we were told in the first half. Smith, Hendy. Shovels it over the top to Litchfield. The handoff, Riddle's gone, and Litchfield has Hutchinson, bouncing ball. Hutchinson!
Skinner, fantastic defence, Nick. They get outside Riddle and then they almost get there. It's a knock-on.
They're just going to check whether it comes off the hand of the defender in the tackle.
You're not ref or captain. Tempo.
Yes, Matthew.
On-field decision is a try. We have a grounding.
Wow.
We want to check whether there's a knock-on on that final pass, or whether the ball is thrown backwards into an Exeter player.
OK, mate, we'll get you the best angles now.
I think Skinner hits him hard from behind and dislodges the ball. Here we go, this will tell us. Nice little ball over the top, isn't it? They've obviously spoken about that half-time, cutting off the edge. Here comes Skinner into the shot, hits him. That's a knock-on, isn't it, from that angle?
That is just dislodged.
Great finish there.
But if it's in the act of tackling, it's not dislodged, and it's whether he deliberately targets the ball.
I think he actually plays the arm rather than the ball. This will tell us. That is a knock-on.
That's a knock-on. He plays the arm.
I agree, Matt. I agree.
Tempo, we have a decision. The Exeter player plays the arm, and then the ball is lost forward, so it's a knock-on and no try. Inside the
That's the first time, arguably, Nick, that Saints have got to the outside with a level of ease as well. That man there is a very good analyst of the game, Sam Vesti. He'll have seen that they want to play in the front line rather than dropping the ball out the back, which is giving Exeter really good positive energy with their tackles in the first half. And we'll see a lot more of those balls over the top. The Exeter defence continues to crab in and push forward on the outside.
First part of the defensive job done. Two new props. There'll be a temptation from them to go hard on their first scrum, try and secure a penalty, come on as the big heroes, but Rob Baxter might just want them to be as safe and secure as possible so they can clear their lines without risk of penalty.
Chiefs have a new flanker as well, Chris Chinzer on for Ethan Roots, 7.
Goes against Miller Mills.
Still want to have a go, still. Yeah.
He's part of the Scotland squad that will prepare shortly for the July tests against Argentina, South Africa, Fiji. He's off to Newcastle next season.
Tell Greg to be quicker. If you want to play on advantage, be quick because there's players down. Yeah, go for it.
Northampton changing their entire front row, so Mania Yogan, Curtis Langdon, and for one final time, Elliot Miller-Mills hobbling off at the end of his Saints career. And they're replaced by Craig Wright, Danilo Fischetti, the Italian international who knows this place well. There's Wright, 22-year-old, up through the excellent Northampton Academy to play in his first Prem final. And Luke Green, who has been sharing the workload this season, involved now. Jenkins, Tavani, Skinner, Ikitau, thumped up by Hooper, and here's Chinzer. His final game as a Chief. He'll be a Shark next season. Skinner, no way through there for Randall, although he managed to engineer a hole.
Somebody didn't give Chinzer any sweets at half-time, did they?
Skinner, Slade, Ikitau. Escape route provided by Woodburn. Anife Wabose. Hooper thumps into 3 Northampton defenders. Skinner, Hutchinson came up. He was
Not clear for me. Let go.
having a little look on interception duty, but never quite got there. Ikitau heading back home to Canberra and the Brumbies at the end of this season. Ball's lost forwards. And Saints will have the scrum.
The way Pollock rides the clear out, it just shows you how strong he is.
Blood, we have blood. Take your time, get treated, please. Take your time, get treated.
Another of those Sets a phases, quite a lot of energy sapped.
Matt, we're going to have to check this, please. We've got an upright tackler.
Clearly got blood as Jenkins
6.
carried in. And it's against Kemeny that they think there's head-on-head.
Northampton 6 on Exeter 4.
Saint 6 is Josh Kemeny, and we've seen the Exeter 4, the captain, David Jenkins. Chuki Chumbadze lobbying for this check as soon as it happened. Two players dipping into each other.
He bends a little bit, and if you look at it from that angle, Jenkins almost runs into his channel from his left shoulder.
First on the far side.
I think it's clearly going to be a penalty because there's head contact and he is slightly upright, but Jenkins almost goes towards his head rather than Kemeny making the movement.
So we do have head contact, we do have foul play, but because the initial contact is shoulder to shoulder and then there's head contact, it'll be a yellow card.
I'm with you, Benny. Penalty only.
Enter at yellow, stay at yellow. Happy with that?
Penalty yellow.
Happy with that?
I agree, Matt.
Okay, we have a decision. We do have head contact, we do have foul play. We believe a majority of the force is through the shoulder, but it will be a yellow card.
Extra half, 1 metre.
There'll be one or two of you at home thinking that's just a rugby incident.
I think so.
But it's a yellow card, and it could be a painful one for Saints to have to carry.
Huge implications. I agree with Ben. I think that's just a penalty. I think you could argue that Jenkins just changed his line ever so slightly. You got your head slightly on the wrong side, and he's dipping. Was it always foul play? I don't think it was.
I suppose the most important news is that David Jenkins is fine, but Saints with some defending to do, you'd imagine, over these next 10 minutes without their blindside flanker.
Quality kick from Slade as well. It's not gone right into the gold zone of driving possibilities here from the line-out, but it gives them all sorts of play if they can win the ball.
They're not particularly great with 14 against 14 men, though, the Chiefs. Could be defining in the game, though, that decision.
Off a full line-out. Dwebber squinting to find his target. He didn't have to squint far, it was the shortest ball. Manny Feo-Aboso knocking cement out of Northampton's wall. Hooper, and now David Jenkins! And the skipper, for the first time, has the Chiefs ahead.
It's a brilliant training ground move. With the analysis done, there's a bit of a rumble going on between the two sets of players in the in-goal area as we speak, but it's all about Manny Feo-Aboso's ability to win the collision, and watch how Northampton overfold and go round the corner. Exeter expecting that. They've got hardly any white shirts that way. They've all stayed. Northampton haven't numbered up. They've expected it to go same way. And then the man whose nose has just been bloodied runs that hard line back against the grain and slides in.
And this time Slade, after the practice before half-time, slots the conversion. Sam Vesti, Northampton's head coach. Some live reflections on that try, Sam. What might you have done differently defensively, do you reckon?
Yeah, well, they came round the corner. Can you hear me? Because I can't hear myself.
We can hear you, Sam.
All right, brilliant. Yeah, they came round the corner. They obviously hit back on us, and we've overfolded there. Do you know what? It's very difficult when you're that close to your line, because everything you're doing under pressure. So fair play to them, good play.
How do you defend without Kemeny? It's such an integral part of what you're about. What kind of things are we going to see over the next 10 minutes from you on the back foot?
Well, you know, this next 10 minutes is going to be crucial, isn't it? Where we need to come out of here as what I think we really need to do is not stop playing. We don't want to try and just concede this next sort of 8-9 minutes. We need to keep attacking, keep trying to score, and try and get out of this next bit. In a good score spot.
Sam, you've launched Van der Mesch off the bench. Was that going to happen before Kemeny yellow card, or is that just to have someone that's almost the size of 2 people on the field with Kemeny off?
Well, 2 people does seem quite good. So I think we're conscious that it's hot out there and boys are draining and or drained. So we've gone to the bench slightly earlier than we perhaps would. And obviously, when you're a number down, it's key even more.
Yeah, correct.
Always appreciate your time, Sam. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, the bulkiest of South Africans nearing the end of a season when he's fallen in love with the game again. He wasn't overly keen on it when he left Stade Francais at the end of last season, but rediscovered what it is that he enjoys so much. Saints have got the best out of him, and here he is. He's not quite the man he was when he turned up a year ago. He's lost a bit of weight. Still the best part of 24 stones, however, and Varney, who's a little bit less than half that, has possession, but not for long. Saints have ripped it back off him.
High line defence from Varney, just trying to get it in the eye line of Smith, throwing that ball over the top.
18. That's fine. 18 trapped in. Saints play the slow ball.
Northampton 14, Exeter 17. Van der Mesch trying to change all that, ploughing through the middle of that Devon defence. Smith, the kick. Oh, and Feu Aboso. Might be problems here, and it's been lost by Ikitau. Lost forward. Saints can still, with 14 men, try to profit from that. Litchfield. Mitchell. Goodness me.
The Chiefs are like rabid dogs, aren't they? Defensively, everywhere.
Mayhem, Oz, isn't it? Mayhem.
Good choice.
Fischetti. Another kick through from Furbank. This time Woodburn had plenty of time to sort himself out.
That's good contact.
Had too much time. He's hesitated there. Rescued on the floor.
Use it.
If I was Varney, I'd try and get this off the field. Last thing you want is a counter-attack with everybody so tired.
Furbank weaving his way through. He'll be employed across the road by Harlequins next season. Still emptying the tank for his boyhood club. Coles. Oh, and Mitchell! And Saints strike. Oh, hang on! He's lost it on his way to glory, it would seem, and that's certainly Matthew Carley's suspicion.
Looks like it's short and then lost forward. Tempo. What did it look like from here?
There's a few things to look at here, Nick.
On-field decision is no try. I believe it was short and then lost forward in between check.
I think the grounding's the last thing to look at, but the initial pass around the breakdown looked forward.
Pass up there for your try.
Well, another job for Ian Tempest, our television match official in the truck in the car park.
The ball came up to you. Well, we're busy with this first.
He's lost that. Great defence from Riddle. Where do they restart? Do they go back and look at the forward pass at the breakdown that created the break? Or do they do a 5-metre scrum?
To check a tackle, so that has been lost forward. It's no try.
Okay, 1 second. So we have a decision. That is no try because it is lost forward with the team on the right. Previous foul try.
Just checking foul play. There was an upright tackle from Jenkins
on green 15, Matthew.
on Furbank, but Furbank had just been tackled from behind and was falling.
Green 15.
Watch here, he just gets caught and starts to fall. He's almost on his knees by the time he gets to Jenkins, so I think there is mitigation, but he is slightly upright.
Yeah. The first one's a yellow, that one definitely is.
Side angle in full speed, please. We have to turn it. We have had
Some real speed, please. Last angle, real speed. Real speed is coming now, Matthew.
Stationary is not, I don't think he's forward, so I think it is direct head contact, so we do have foul play, so I think he could be lower, but I don't believe the tackler is moving forward. All of the force is being generated by the ball carrier, so I'm thinking yellow card. Enter yellow, stay yellow. Okay, Tempo, you happy with that?
I agree, Matthew, back to you.
Okay, so we can have a decision. We do have contact and we do have foul play. We believe the tackler is passive and all the force is being created by the ball carrier, so enter it yellow and remain yellow.
We've been leafing through the law book over the last couple of minutes, looking at the definition of what is and what isn't a high tackle, what is and what isn't a yellow card, and we've now got two of them. Josh Kemeny followed to the bin by David Jenkins.
I wonder what you do here if you're Saints. Do you kick the three, take it to a draw, or do you go into the corner? You're a long way back, I suppose.
They back their attack so much, I think they just keep attacking. Get into that corner, get into the 22. You must, as a defensive coach, playing against Northampton, every time they're in your 22, your heart must be in your mouth.
For the time being, this Gallagher PREM Final is 14 on 14. Less than 3.5 minutes left on the Josh Kemeny yellow.
One of the things to look at here from the line out is how quickly Saints get above the tackle line. They've got to start from 10 metres back from the line out. But if you just watch Finn Smith here, when he takes the ball normally, he's about 5 metres further forward. On a flat side, that's how they get real momentum into their game. They've gone for the drive instead, though, thankfully. Waste of time drawing, wasn't it?
Callum Chick is on for Tom Pearson. Chick in the middle of this meaty, saintly drive. Craig Wright looking to profit from it, the new hooker. Coles, that's his considerable weight to the discussion.
They've got to get this out. They've got to get this out. It's a little bit nonchalant, wasn't it? Mitchell thought it was coming out. The ball was there, but then the white arms kept coming through.
They created the space for them to come through, right? All the way through the middle. Exeter, let's go.
There's the ball. You can see Mitchell just looking up, seeing, oh, who can I give it to? He's not actually got the ball yet. Perhaps needed just to be a little bit more urgent. And then fizzle out, putting the heaviest man in the opposition pack back on top of the ball carrier to make sure it doesn't come out.
Starting to fizz, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot going on without a lot going on, if you get what I mean.
I just wonder how hard Northampton will attack this scrum. Is it almost worth hit and run? Just do everything to try and turn and win that penalty, or put pressure on Varney at the back.
Sun comes out at the end of the season.
Great kick. Brilliant kick. No pressure on him at the base, though, was there? Nobody got off and got in his eye line.
When we get to the pub later, we're going to be drawing our new signings of the season 15.
I was hopeful just to have a pint, actually.
Yeah, well, we can do that, but we're going to have a bag of crisps and pick our new signings of the season 15 as well. And Stephen Varney's at 9.
When you've done them, come and find us.
Let us know.
We're doing it. It's the law. Anyway,
there again, over that gain line, as Austin was talking about.
Chick. He's given Northampton exactly what they would have hoped when he joined them from Newcastle. On the bounce from Hutchinson.
I think it's play on, no one touched it.
Into the final 60 seconds of the Kemeny yellow. Exeter have possession via the scrum.
I think the next 5 minutes are going to be crucial, because Northampton are about to get Kemeny back. They've got, what, 6.5 minutes with the advantage.
If I'm Varney and Skinner here, I get the ball into Slade's hands as quickly as I can on his left foot and just try and plug the corner. Just try and get some field position now. They've been in their half for too long.
Fine. Set. Take it out.
She's working hard to keep bodies over that ball. They worked just hard enough. Varney under pressure. Happy to reset. Hooper to Dweber. Wallaby to Springbok.
Use it. Stephen, quickly. Play.
Varney in position. Being hunted by
Off a
Coles.
shoulder.
Off the head, I think, yeah. Pollock. Driven on by Chick. Mitchell. As Berger takes evasive action. Van der Mesht. Dingwall. Furbank. Hendy.
Well, one of the things that Pollock is very adept at is getting pace on a game. And that best bit of attack Northampton have had for a while there comes from just that realisation there's an opportunity. And he scoops at the back of the breakdown and just takes them on. Look, there he is. Let's put some pace on this. He's got Chick on his outside. He wins his collision, and suddenly they're into free-flowing mode, which they've really struggled to get into during this game.
3 minutes, 3.5. Oh, you want to know the time on the sim? Don't jump to the worst on people. Good.
Well, he's already crammed a fair amount into his young career, still just 21. And here he is in the first Prem final. At Twickenham in club colours. 27 carries, I think it was, last Friday night. 110 metres, 11 tackles.
Bit of cramp prevention going on from the medics on a few key players. Fayu Aboso just getting his calf stretched out at the moment. How much more has he got in the tank?
Come in, come in, come in.
Dweber. It's got the best efforts of Coles and co. It's still Devon ball.
Stephen.
And they lead courtesy of David Jenkins' try 10 or so minutes ago. David Jenkins serving out the remaining 3 and a bit minutes of his sin bin. So Saints looking for holes in a 14-man defence. Maybe Freeman finding them all on his own. Well, the work back from Fayu Aboso. Smith. Dingwall. Chick. This is Hutchinson. Mitchell. Pollock. In the boots. Not hard to pick out. Once more, Exeter checking on in defence. Mitchell, handed down. It'll need checking, and it will be checked.
On-field decision is a try. We have the ground in, we'd like to centre. If not, we will come back for the advantage.
Just whether Hendy couldn't quite sort the ball out and it stayed in the breadbasket rather than being able to reach out for the line. Does he put a knee or a toe into touch first? No. It's on the line, isn't it? It's good, that's a try.
What about the knee?
It's already down, I think, before the knee goes in.
That's a try there. I'm surprised they don't go back and just look at the Kalinchuk pickup.
Okay, thank you.
It's a really good finish on the outside, isn't it?
For the first real bit of spark from Saints. They got the fluidity, they got themselves into position. And as the fatigue starts to set in now, with 2 minutes left on that yellow card clock, they want to up the pace. They want to run this Exeter team off their feet while they've got the advantage so that they can reap the dividends in the last 10 minutes.
Well, it's a big miss as well now, because the penalty takes them into the lead. What a break this is from Freeman. It's got wonderful balance for a big guy. Almost gets through. Chinza gets back to get his body on the tackle, and then they recycle and go through the hands. He's got no right to score that with all the defenders in front of him.
We remember the impact he made in the final 2 years ago. Player of the match as a replacement, adding some real energy as they finished off Bath's threat.
Use it!
Set up what turned out to be the winning try for Alex Mitchell, and he's bagged one of his own here. 800th try of this Gallagher PREM season. Will it be the concluding one, the deciding one?
Fischetti wins the battle of the shoulders, gets his hands on the ball, and the clear out. Just can't dislodge him. That first shot is your opportunity if someone beats you with their hands on the ball, but if you can't shift them, the penalty's coming.
I think with Woodburn, he's so strong and rides the first tackle that he ends up making too many metres and gets away from his cover. Takes the ball really well. Goes through Hendy, bounces out the tackle, stays on his feet, and then he just gets that extra leg drive which sends Slade off his feet. And that gets Fischetti the gap to get over the ball.
Counting down the seconds on the Jenkins yellow as Pollock falls to the floor. Hutchinson away beautifully by Smith. Goodness me, he had no time at all to keep that ball alive. Somehow he did. Thundermeshed. Pollock clapping for it, getting it. Smith caught between Burbank and Kemeny. Chiefs working hard to fill the hole left by Jenkins' absence. Fischetti to the final 15 minutes. Craig Wright. Saints fans inside this glorious stadium finding their voice.
Freeman working off his wing really well now, trying to find some of those tired big forwards.
Pollock evading the tackle of Chumbatsa. Smith, the kick, chased by Hendy! 2 in as many minutes. Hands on the trophy.
Brilliant by Finn Smith. The realisation, could see in the body language of the Exeter players they were going to fly off the line. Had a little glance over the top to check where that sweeper player might be. No one at home. And under the biggest amount of pressure, the weight of kick perfect. Big carry from Pollock to allow them to win that collision. And then here, you can see all those Exeter players coming up in the line, no one in behind, has a little look up, takes it as close as he can to the defensive line to drag them forward, and Hendy knows exactly what's coming, and the finish is perfect.
Oh, the conversion's a cracker.
Like you said, Ben, they're starting to find their shape, Saints, now, and they're really taking control of the game. But when you've got a really wide defensive line and no one in the back, it's an easy try, especially with the size of the in-goal area here at Allianz. You've just got to get the ball on the ground. It's a brilliant finish from Hendy, but you've got to have somebody in behind, whether you've got 14 men or not, particularly on this pitch.
That's been a costly yellow card. Dozen points conceded. 2 Hendy tries. Finn Smith with the latest conversion.
Use it.
And a 3-point Saints deficit has been turned into a 9-point lead. David Jenkins has been replaced by Ross Vincent. Henry Slade enters as new captain.
I think maybe Chinza goes in to the second row to allow Vincent to play in the back row.
Well, he did weigh in with 2 tries in 10 second-half minutes as Chiefs fought back at the Gardens on the opening weekend in September.
Robs them of the line-out option, though. So it's all going to have to be.
Chiefs trimming this line-out down to 4, and Coles with his shaven head was up there again to make life difficult.
Coles has had another great game, hasn't he? Saints architect of a couple of line breaks. Oh, my word.
Another thump. Dingwall looks concerned, goes down to make sure that everyone's okay initially.
Massive collision. I'm worried about this player first and foremost. Let's take time off.
Well, he's pretty sure there's nothing wrong at all with that. The referee reacted because of how the players ended up.
Oh, I'm not so sure. Be interesting to see Pollock's body position. The ball comes back to the inside. I think it just shoulder
charge, isn't
shoulder
it?
charge. Does he wrap? No, he doesn't. He's going for that.
Matt, at this moment
He's
in time,
actually attempting to go for the ball, maybe. Maybe he doesn't know Riddle's
to get the ball.
Let's
so
listen to the officials.
I see it as unavoidable at the moment because he's trying to catch the ball, and we'll keep those angles.
He's Pollock trying to catch the ball.
It's Riddle who comes in.
We'll get the more angles
Looks
for you,
bad
Matt.
from that angle, but from the other angle, I think he's playing the ball.
I want no foul play. I think they're both going to the same space to try and take that ball. Okay.
I think I agree with you. The first angle looks really bad. This angle looks like the worst. Looks like he steps forward into him. When you see it from this side, you see his eyes on the ball.
Right, tempo.
Yes, back to you, Matthew.
Decision.
Yeah.
I believe both players are moving into the same space and genuinely trying to make an attempt to catch the ball. So it's a rugby collision. It will be a scrum to Exeter. Scrum Exeter ball.
Well, it feels like the whole town of Northampton has emptied today, made its way down the M1, packed onto the trains, and here they all are, wondering what the next 10 minutes, the final 10 minutes of this Gallagher PREM season has in store for them, and likewise the Chiefs fans inside this sold-out Allianz Stadium. As much as we're celebrating 2 clubs in particular today, it's also a celebration of English club rugby, and don't have to look hard around Twickenham, this Allianz Stadium, to see shirts from the 8 other PREM clubs as well. Enjoying the sunshine, the hospitality of this place before kick-off. All of us wondering who'll end the day as champions. Right now, it feels like Northampton. But we know all about Exeter and their resolve and the size of their hearts and the quality of players like Henry Slade, Skinner, Woodburn. Riddle is fine, but he's shoved into touch.
It's just not accurate enough to, attacking-wise from the Chiefs. You've got decoy runners overrunning it, so they're not a realistic threat to the defenders, so they can slide early, and that's why, although they create a little bit of space on the outside, the cover defence can stream across, and they end up pushing Exeter into touch.
Allianz Stadium, thank you for your incredible support.
Kemeny was stretching.
On the outside, he was on his outside arm, and yes, there was. I think there was anyway.
But the legalities of it all explained by the referee, Benny.
Yeah, because of the competition in the air. If Exeter hadn't gone up,
Your tight head went down
Kemeny would have got away with that. Maybe he jumps into the line slightly and across, which makes it look worse to the referee. But certainly taken with that outside hand. If there's competition against you, that's going to be ruled as not straight.
Now, both regular season games at Franklin's Gardens in September, Sandy Park in April, were all we could have asked for. The monumental Chiefs fight back on that opening weekend to earn the draw. Finn Smith's last second contribution to win it in Devon.
Here's their set-up play from this side of the field, Nick. It's either Fisselau or Iketau into the 10-12 channel, trying to get over the tackle line. And then they've got two options. They've used it quite a few times, where they send Vincent all the way back to the touchline and throw a long pass. But all the front row hold their opposite number in. Interesting to see if they do that. I'm sure that Saints will have seen it on the video. They've scored 2 or 3 tries from it this season.
Tell me if he does it again.
Ross Vincent in the black and green cap, open side flanker. Greg Fisselau packing down at 8, Hooper at 6. And the Shoe Army in good voice. Fisselau, Varney, Ikitau, thought about kicking, instead it was Harvey. Hooper. Oh, that's a big tackle from Van der Mescht.
Rode it well though, pirouetted out of it, still kept going forward.
And this time, Dingwall going down low. Woodburn. Joseph Dwebber, on early on in the first half as a replacement for the injured Max Norrie. Chinza. 6.5 minutes left as a Chief, unless they can get the points they need now.
No.
Skinner. Boso, Woodburn. Going from side to side at the moment, though. Saints defending the distance between their defensive line and the try line. If anything, Exeter are going backwards. Chins are brought to the floor by the tireless Alex Coles today. Here's Berger. His moment of glory a week ago against Bath.
He's been
that
pinned
one
by
slightly
16.
less glorious. Skinner, Woodburn. Feels like we're watching a replay right now.
Just going phase after phase, looking for one error, aren't they? One defensive error. It'll fatigue them, but there's only 5 minutes left. And with the scoreline as it is, I think that risk is worth it. Now they go to the skies and try and get a tap back on this. Riddle does well.
Backwards by White.
He does very well, and so too Ethan Berger to retain possession. Dwebber, Vincent, Skinner and Slade. Most phases that we've had in this final.
Not just one.
But Exeter still digging in, clocking on halfway. Berger. Brilliant defensive set now from Northampton. Lee Radford drilling them all week for moments like this. They knew that Exeter would have a lot of possession, that they would roll around with the ball just like they are now. Saints keeping their discipline, keeping Exeter on halfway.
Got to be careful when they get knocked back. Exeter, they don't go in at the side to win the ball back. Slade very close to it there.
Less than 5 to go in the sunshine of the Allianz Stadium here in Twickenham. Minutes ticking down on a glorious season. And now the Saints penalty after 25 phases. Saints have done the Chiefs.
Yeah, we mentioned about them going in at the side. Pollock very, very quick. Zambanin running as a support runner for a pass option. Has to come in and he goes round the back of Pollock, misses him. Boso follows, but penalty secured. T comes on. Finn Smith's going to take every second out of this shot clock, and then it's a bit of a shot to nothing as to whether he gets the points or not. But at the moment, the clock is that coaching team's enemy.
Oh, not quite. Didn't quite have the juice. So this final still very much alive as Chinza strides up towards the 10-metre line. Skinner once again into the familiar routine.
You're on the floor playing the ball.
Hooper just spotted space in behind. The defence around the ruck had just split. He thought there was an opportunity to pick and go late. Reaching behind, he would have been clear, but he locks the ball on.
Josh Kemeny replaced by Tom Lockett. Exeter changes as well. Kane James for Greg Fisselow.
To make sure we're over the mark. Time on. I'm just saying.
And Will Hayden Wood replaces Campbell Riddle.
There's two sides.
Hayden Wood has gone to fullback. Ollie Woodburn onto the left wing. Less than 2 minutes.
Yes, you can.
They need to get on their bikes. And Varney's kick from the penalty is a very good one. And they'll have a platform to attack with time ticking away.
Yeah, brilliant kick from Varney. They need to keep the tempo, and Varney's begging his forwards to keep jogging into this. He wants them to walk in and go. Zambanim just making sure everyone's got the call. Takes a bit of the fluidity out of what they want to do, and it's all on this throw now. If they don't hit this, it's game done.
Gathered in by Chinza. Not much work left for him in an Exeter shirt, but some serious work left between now and the end of this final. They've got to score from this, surely. Hayden Wood drives it in. Ikatau. 30 seconds left.
He's lost it. Slade's lost it.
Penalty though.
No, I haven't blown.
Varney.
I haven't blown the whistle. Here we are.
They should take the points.
Well, they're not going to have time, even if they score from this. Time's up. Chance gone for the Chiefs. Setters of the gold standard this season win silver. Northampton are the English champions. And there are very few who argue with that.